Tomato prices dropped with more than double the volumes reported last week, while significantly lower middle-month demand can also pull prices down. Welcome to this week's AMT Fresh Produce Overview. This week we take a deeper look at the tomato market, while potatoes are also encountering some challenges in terms of quality and prices at the moment. All in this week's episode, made possible by Nedbank, so don't miss a second. The average national potato price dropped again by 9% to R57.82 per 10 kg and was mostly due to 9% more volumes sold on the markets. Last week, large potatoes traded at 67, mediums at 54 and smalls lower at R36 per 10 kg bag. In terms of varieties, mondial prices decreased to R55, while the average Safra price dropped to R61 per 10 kg. The average price for Class 1 potatoes was on R61.71 per 10 kg bag. The rain in most parts of the production areas over the past week can influence the volumes to the markets this week, which can keep prices sideways despite lower middle of the month demand that is also expected. Mondial prices are, however, doing relatively good at the moment, with less mondials planted in the Eastern Free State than was initially expected. We're also encountering some challenges in terms of quality from the Eastern Free State, Pietersburg and Vryburg regions. So hopefully prices can maintain current levels for now, but lower demand can also pull prices down as well. The average onion price remained on its lower level as was expected and decreased to R40.41 per 10 kg last week, but remains about 1% higher than a year ago, with volumes that are about 12% higher compared to a year ago. Brown onion prices stayed on R43, the red onions dropped to R33, while the average white onion price stayed on R42 per 10 kg. Large onion prices traded lower at R41, mediums dropped to R41 and smalls increased to R40 per 10 kg. I still think that prices can remain around current levels for now and then start moving upward from the start of March and likely reach a peak at the end of August after the winter. We're also expecting prices to stay at a relatively higher level compared to last year, with lower volumes this year likely. Tomato prices dropped sharply by 23% to R10.47 per kilogram, while volumes increased by 23% week on week. Large tomatoes traded at R12.42, mediums at R10.87 and smalls at R9.39. As expected, the heat experienced in Limpopo over the past month resulted in a lot more red tomatoes on the markets at the moment and a lot more deliveries as well, with more than double the average volumes on the markets at the moment compared to a usual Monday. Coupled with lower middle month lower demand, we are therefore expecting the price to decrease further over the next 2 weeks, but expect higher prices in March and April again, when shortages can most likely occur. Carrot prices increased by 4% last week, averaging on R6.11 per kilogram. Large carrots traded on R6.35, mediums on R5.13 and smalls lower on R3.69. We're expecting slightly lower prices again over the next 2 weeks, which can mostly be driven by lower middle month demand expected now. During March and April, however, this price is likely to remain on a higher level again. The average pepper price increased by 21% to R13.65 per kilogram. Green pepper prices traded higher at R10.37. Yellow peppers also increased to R19.82 and red peppers jumped to R16.51 per kilogram. We're also now expecting lower prices over the next 2 weeks, mostly due to this lower demand that is now expected. Cabbage prices traded higher on R3.91 per kilogram, while the average garlic price jumped by 28% to R50.33 per kilogram. Locally produced garlic increased by 27% to R39.49, with imported garlic about 15% higher on R83.92 per kilogram. Spinach prices remained on R7.59. Sweet potato prices, however, dropped to R6.52. Pumpkin prices also dropped to R2.82. Butternuts traded on R4.34, while the average green bean price increased to R13.02 per kilogram. Cucumber prices dropped by about 19% over the past week to R5.87 per kilogram and is now 51% lower than the price that we saw a year ago. For a deeper dive into these and other markets, be sure to download our latest reports available for free at amtrends.co.za. Shifting our focus to the fruit markets, however, the average banana price jumped as expected and increased by 11% to R8.82 per kilogram, which is about R159 per 18 kilogram box. This price is now 33% higher than a year ago, with the current volumes about 18% lower year on year. The expectation is still that the price can increase until the middle of March due to lower volumes expected. Apple prices dropped by about 5% to R14.68 per kilogram, with the local season starting and the volumes increasing by about 5% as well week on week. The pear price dropped by another 3% to R8.92 per kilogram and can bottom out at the end of February. The price is, however, then likely to stabilize with a slight upward trend expected from then onwards. Orange prices decreased to R22.44 per kilogram and is now 80% higher compared to this time last year. We're expecting prices to remain elevated for the next week, but the price can then drop sharply after Valentine's Day as more local volumes will likely then force prices significantly downward. As expected, our prices dropped by another 14% to R23.75 per kilogram, with 41% more volumes reported on the markets over the past week. Variety-wise, Fiates increased to 27, Haas dropped sharply to 23, while the latest Pinkerton price traded lower on R17 per kilogram. Expect our prices to drop sharply over the next month or 3 weeks or so, and then most likely stabilize between R10 and R13 at the start of March again. This drop is expected based on higher local production that will force higher volumes on the markets. The average grape price traded 5% higher on R20.05 per kilogram last week, with volumes decreasing by 3% week on week. Compared to last year this time, we're still seeing 28% higher prices due to 6% lower volumes reported. We're expecting the price to stabilize around its current levels, but lower volumes compared to last year can keep prices slightly elevated when comparing it to last season. Pineapple prices traded higher on R15.27, lemons dropped to R9.26, while blueberries traded 15% higher on R72.33 per kilogram. I still think that lemon prices can stay in this downward trend for now, while blueberry prices can stay in an upward trend from here on out. This video was proudly brought to you by Standard Bank. For more detailed market insights, visit our website at amtrends.co.za, where you can also download our latest reports for free. Don't forget to join our growing WhatsApp community for exclusive updates. Just follow the link in the description below to stay connected with the latest trends and insights. I'm Dr. Johnny van der Merwe, and thank you for watching.